Hello everyone, Karnasa here, and welcome to Dyson Sphere Program. So this series is going to be a little bit different in I'm not going to do any magical editing for this. I'm just going to play the game and I'm just going to upload it. That way I can release these videos kind of in between the main videos that I do on my channel, such as Kerbal Space Program and Space Engineers. I've wanted to play this game for a while, and I have played it a little bit already. I've done a quick run through just to kind of familiarize myself with a few of the concepts of the game. I've never played a game like this before. I've never played Factorio or anything like that. So this is a bit of a disclaimer. I'm probably not going to be the most efficient at doing some of the stuff in this game, some of the more advanced logistics. But anyway, enough of that introduction. Let's actually jump into the game and get started. I absolutely love the map screen in this. I think this looks beautiful. Obviously, we can see all of the stars that we are potentially going to be able to go to and maybe build a Dyson sphere around one of them or several. I'm not sure if we'll get that far. That requires quite a bit of advanced logistics, or as far as I'm aware. So I just want to put in a custom seed. I think I'm going to go for resource multiplier ×2 because I don't really want to be chasing resources around. I kind of want to set something up and leave it there. I don't know how cheaty that is. You can go up to infinite if you really want to, but I don't think we'll do that. I think ×2 will be a nice kind of intermediate zone. It means I will run out of resources eventually, but it's not something that I really need to worry about as much. So I think what I am going to do, I am just going to go for seed number 1. I don't know why number 1. I just feel like it's a nice even number. So yeah, we're going to go for seed number 1. We've got a red giant quite close to us. We've got a couple of blue giants in our solar system as well, which will be kind of cool to go and check out potentially at some point. That'll be quite far down the line. Or so I imagine. We've got a black hole over there and a neutron star over there. And we've just got a whole host of different stars in this system, in this galaxy, not even a solar system. So with that being done, I think we are going to click start game and get this going. So this is the introduction here, and I'm going to be interrupted by the robot.
Welcome to the actual universe. You may find it's different from our homeland. Should you be able to adapt to the laws of physics in a short time,
Yes.
I am your advisor and will help you through this mission.
I think what I'm going to do, I mean, we get a really pretty picture of the star as we fly past, but I think what I am going to do is we are going to skip the prologue because, I mean, I've seen it several times already.
This is Icarus.
Yes, this robot is really, really rather annoying, and he doesn't really show up an awful lot, but at the beginning he does. And I think I have set it up so that the tutorial has kind of been toned down, although that doesn't really seem to have done an awful lot. Let me quickly check the settings and see if that has applied for this game. So is it miscellaneous? Tip level, only show necessary tips. Yes. So robot, I don't even think he has a name. But yes, I know. Okay, we're going to recycle this. We're going to do what you say, Mr. Robot. Mr. Robot, we are doing it. We are recycling.
You can use the same operation to collect resources, such as trees,
Yes.
gravel, etc.
Okay,
In the
awesome.
meantime, hold down shift and right click to give
Oh, yes, I know how to do this. I did a little bit of a run through.
several items after recycling the space capsule.
This guy is really, really annoying.
Right corner of the screen to open the cabin to view them.
I don't know why I'm mining this iron and copper anyway. Okay, are you done talking now? It would be really, really nice if you could leave me be. Right, so anyway, before we really properly get started, I want to have a look at the map. And I want to see...
In the planet view mode, you can hold down the middle mouse button drag, rotate the angle of view. and
Yes,
hold down the
I
right
know. This...
drag to roll the angle of view.
I really wish you could turn this
Orient the
off.
front to the North Pole.
Can we turn all of those off?
You can
G.
hold down
No.
mouse middle button drag,
He just talks
rotate
all the
angle of
time.
view, or slide the mouse wheel to zoom in and out.
Okay, brilliant. Are you done
In the
speaking?
planet view mode, slide the mouse wheel to enter the star map
Yes, I know. If we press V as well, that works. So yeah, we can go to the map view by pressing M, or we can go to the star view by pressing V, and then we can zoom out and we can see our galaxy again, which is really kind of nice. Looks really cool. This is a really pretty game, by the way. So yeah, I just wanted to get a bit of a layout, a general gist of the planet that we're on. So we can't see the ores that we have yet because we do need to perform a research in order to be able to do that. But we can kind of get a rough layout of the land.
Unlock the construction menu, which will be done automatically when complete any technology research.
I really do not like this guy. He is so annoying. Also, one thing about the robot that I find kind of amusing, obviously this game is being produced by a Chinese developer. Some of the translations leave a little bit to be desired. Some of them are a bit funny, and it is quite funny seeing the translations. But yeah, and it got through to voice acting stage somehow. So he does speak a bit funny at times. But yeah, we'll see that at some point during these videos, I am sure. So I want to align with the North Pole. We started, I think I've actually lost us. Where are we? We're over here. So if we go into map, so we are there. I kind of want to build roughly on the equator, my main base. So I think maybe around here might be nice. We've got coal, we've got iron, we've got stone, and we've got copper. So the 4 kind of main resources that we're going to need to begin with are going to be here. And we've got an oil seep up there, which is producing 1.67 a second, which isn't a huge amount, but it's not too bad. It's nothing to write home about, definitely, but we've got more oil seeps over here, which are a lot better. We've got one that's almost 2 a second, so that'll be rather nice to build some kind of oil refinery over there. And there we go. We've got a 2 per second one down there, which is going to be really nice. And then we've got some more stone down there as well. So I think maybe building something in this general area right here might be ideal. So one thing that I do want to do in this series, one thing that I want to talk about as well, I feel like I'm going to be a bit more laid back, a bit more chill in this, because this is, like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, this is just going to be me kind of I'm just going to play the game, and I'm going to talk whilst I play the game. And it's just going to be nice and easy like that. So it might be a bit more chill, but we'll see. So I do want to start research. So to access research, we hit T. And the first set of research that we are going to do is electromagnetism, even. So that requires 10 of these magnetic coils, which we do not have at the moment. We do have enough components to make them though. So we're going to hit up our replicator screen by hitting F. And we are going to produce 5 of these because we can see that each time we create one of these, we are going to create 2, and we only need 10. So if we produce that, there we go. We are making them. And as soon as we have created 10, well, we can finish that research, which is going to be nice. There we go. Whilst I'm waiting for that research to do, I am going to mine a bit of this iron, because iron is going to be very important. Iron is incredibly useful early game. A lot of components are made out of iron. And I mean, there are really only 5 resources to harvest, I think. Iron, stone, copper, coal, and oil.
A mining machine to achieve ore collecting automation. Pick it up from the inventory, or select it on gathering of construction menu to build it.
Yes, I know. And what I'm going to do...
rotate the mining machine for covering more veins. The more veins covered, the faster the ores will be gathered. If you want to ignore grid snapping, try holding down the shift key.
So yeah, so you can hold down the shift key and you can move it around freely like this, and then you can hit R to rotate it freely as well whilst holding down shift. But I think I'm probably just going to try and cover as many of these coal veins as I possibly can. And I'm not entirely sure. I want a lot of my production to be in this middle section here. I'm not sure how easy it's going to be to see with the YouTube compression, because this is obviously quite dark. Hopefully the sun will come up soon. Yeah, no, I think I want most of my main base to be in this area over here. I think that'll be quite nice to have it all centered. So I don't really know where my production is going to go. Now, my copper, unfortunately, I think is all the way over here. So that's quite far away from our iron. And we are going to need to run our copper and iron close together to make quite a few components. I know circuits, I think they're called. I might be wrong. Where are they? Circuit boards. Yeah, look, they need copper and iron. And we also need copper and iron for this magnetic coil. So we need to make magnets out of iron ore. And then we need copper. And for that, we need to make iron ingots out of iron ore. And then we also need another copper bar. So yeah, I'm not sure where I'm going to place this. I think I'm going to have a line running down here for my coal and a line running down here for my smelters. So I want to do coal first. And the reason why I want to do coal first is we can start fueling up our mech. So fuel is something... Please, can you stop interrupting me? You are so annoying. You are so annoying. I don't need to know all of this. I've played the game enough that I know what I'm doing. So yes, I know it's not powered. I'm gonna be working on that. We've got a wind turbine which we can plop down wherever we want. Anyway, so I was saying that we do need to fuel up our mecha. And we have these fuel chambers here which we can put fuel types in. So fuel types include trees, plant matter, I think, as well, and coal. And you can you can turn coal into better fuel types later on, and then you get things like hydrogen fuel rods and deuteron fuel rods. Oh, we do have some hydrogen fuel rods already, so we might as well stick those in our fuel chamber. So, yes, no, I wanted to get this coal first so we have a renewable source of fuel for our mecha so we don't run out, because it is rather painful when you do run out. So I think what I'm going to do is I am going to snap this wind turbine, I think, to this grid here, because it's a big green line. This is a line that will not change down the entire longitude of the planet, which will be really nice. It means our buildings don't go all squiffy if we stick to this line. So I'm going to stick that there for now. And that's not going to reach our mining machine, unfortunately. So what we are going to do is we are going to grab one of these Tesla towers, and we are going to cover our little mining machine here. So now our coal machine is powered, and it will start producing coal for us quite quickly, because we are covering quite a few of these coal veins. I'm trying to talk over this because I know that I'm going to quieten him down during post-processing. That's one bit of editing that I am going to do. Hopefully I don't need to do that an awful lot in future videos, but yeah, it's kind of hard talking over him because I can't really think of what I'm going to say with someone else talking over the top of me, so I do apologize for that in these early videos. Right, anyway, so we've got 50 coal. Fantastic. So we're just going to grab that out of there, and now we have quite a lot that we are going to be able to power our mecha with. Now what I want to do is I do want to set up a mining machine at both the iron and the copper, because we are going to need a lot of that materials. And eventually what I do want to do is have mining machines on all of the commodities that we are going to need, and then we're going to run them through a belt system, and we're going to smelt them all into the relevant materials that we are going to need to start producing some really cool stuff for our base. I want to get everything automated. This is basically a factory building game. It's like Factorio in space, or a mix of Factorio... Oh, what's the game called? Planetary Annihilation? Yeah, I think a mix between Factorio, Planetary Annihilation, and kind of games like that. It's rather cool, rather cool. And it does kind of remind me a bit of the space stage in Spore as well. Ah, that's a throwback to an old game. I loved Spore when it came out. It was one of my favourite games. I was very, very hyped for it for a really, really long time. And then it came out, and it turned out not to be anywhere as good as people were expecting, which was a little bit annoying. I think what we're going to do is we are going to start working on getting a belt system up as well. So we'll research that. We're going to research that, or we will in-queue those, so we can queue up research, which is rather nice. And we are also going to in-queue that. And this means we have a belt system, which is going to be really nice. So we can move all of our cargo around. That is going to be vitally important in this game. And we also have a way of smelting down ore with this smelter. And then with this, we have the assembler, which is going to be used to produce components out of cargo that we are going to be produce, out of the raw materials that we are going to produce, which will be really nice. And it'll be nice to get as much stuff as we can automated. I think that would be very nice indeed. So what we're going to do now is we are going to start mining some copper ore, and whilst we're doing that, I am going to work on producing 3 of these mining drills. Now, reason being is we have 4 resource veins near us. We have stone, copper, iron, and coal. Yes, there we go. I remembered. So we've got those 4. So I want to cover every single one of them. I want a mining machine on every single one of them. We are going to have to produce some more Tesla towers so that we can connect these all up to the power grid. And I imagine we are also going to need to create some more wind turbines so that we produce sufficient power to do that. But it looks like we are getting close to having these finished. I think what I am going to do is I am going to produce another 3 of these wind turbines as well. And then we will get 5 of these Tesla towers in addition to the one that we've already placed down. Hopefully, I'm not sure, that will be enough to completely cover the 4 mines that we are going to want at the beginning of this playthrough. And once we've got that all done, well, that's a pretty solid start. I mean, it's definitely nothing to write home about, but at least we've got started. That will probably be more than enough copper for now. We've got 76, yes. I think probably the smart idea now would be to go and grab some more of this iron over here. We do have a lot of coal in our vicinity, which will be really nice for producing power and for producing graphite later on down the road. Graphite, basically, when you smelt coal, you produce graphite, which is a much better fuel source for our mecha, and we can also use that for things like power stations, thermal power stations, which are basically your bog standard power station. You burn something and you produce power with the resource that you are burning. So there we go. I think that's probably almost certainly enough iron for now. And we are going to need to make 10 gears and 10 circuits. So are they called gears? They are called gears. So we're going to produce 10 of those, which is just 1 iron to 1 gear. So that's a really basic, nice and easy recipe. And then we're going to produce 5 of these because once again, 1 of these recipes will create 2 of these. So if we produce 5 of those, then that will be enough to get our next research up and running, which will be really, really rather nice. I should probably... Oh, no, I didn't mean to hit T. I will place down our iron mining facility here. And I think I want to try and cover as many of these as I possibly can. So if we hold down shift and just try and move this around to get to a point where we are covering as much as we possibly can. I think if I go there, how many is that? That's 7. We can get 7 there as well. Is it possible to get 8? Can we sneak that other one in? No, I don't think we can. What? But oh, that's very tight. That's 8. No, now we lose 2. This is really annoying. Trying to get this perfectly on to get as much coverage as you possibly can is a trick that I don't think I'm quite sufficient at yet. I think 7 might be the most that I can do, unless maybe if I place that there. Yeah, we can get 8 there. And it doesn't really matter that it's the wrong way around, because, well, we can just run a belt that goes around like this, and that should be okay. I wish this guy had a name. That way I could name him something every time he popped up and was being annoying. I don't know. What does he look like? He looks I really like a Cybertron kind of thing. I don't know. No, I really am not sure what this guy looks like. But he needs a name. He definitely needs a name. So I think what I'm going to do, now that I have placed this down, yes, cool, I can place those. Fantastic. If I click on that, will that make it go away? Yep, no, let's just click that and get that away so I can see what... Yes, I can place a conveyor belt. I know I can. Oh, and he's back! He is back! What is he going to say this time? Right, okay, so I have gotten rid of that rather annoying toolbar over this. So what I wanted to do was place a wind turbine somewhere in the vicinity of this, which will provide all of the power for this mining rig. So I want to place this on the grid again, so I think I'll place this one here. And what we'll do is there usually is a nice little spot to place a Tesla tower in one of these mining rigs. So we can place that there, and then now this one wind turbine should be enough power to hopefully produce enough so that we can run this. Oh, no, it's not quite enough. We do need a couple to run a single one of these. You can see we're only producing 71% of the required power, and we can check our power kind of statistics by clicking on any of these Tesla towers. I think that's the only way that I can do it. That's the only way that I found out so far. But we have filled up this machine, which is nice already. Oh, hello. That was interesting. The game, I played this game a little bit, but it's never done that before. Obviously, this is an early access game, so there might be a few bugs and a few issues with it. But yeah, so there might be a few crashes. That was the closest I've come to seeing one. So anyway, yeah, no, we get all of our statistics for our power grid up on here. At the moment, this machine is now idle, so we can see we are producing more than enough power. We're basically producing power to keep this running in idle mode. If we take out this iron, well, we can see we've only got 71.5% satisfaction, 0.4% satisfaction, so we're not providing enough power to run this at max capacity. Not that really matters at the moment. We don't really need to worry about that for now. So, the next research, we are going to need some more of these circuits. We're going to need some more of these electromagnetic coils, or just magnetic coils. So, we need 10 of these. So, if we produce 5, that's fine. And then we need 10 of these, and if we produce 5, that's also fine. And then we should get cracking on with our next lot of research. Fantastic. And I am going to just grab some of this coal whilst I'm here. That way, I will have coal for my power source. So if I just whack that in there, and you can see how much power we do have overall in our fuel chamber by looking up here. So we've got 396 megajoules of power, which hopefully should last us a little bit of time. Maybe not a huge amount, but it's nice to have a little bit of time in there. Oh, we can cover 9 veins there. That's quite a lot. That's quite a nice placement of copper. Very nice. Much better than our iron mine down there anyway. So what I am going to do, we are going to place another wind turbine, and we are going to place another Tesla tower so that we can connect this up. There we go. That's looking rather promising. Now we will get copper. Excuse me. Now we will get copper, and the last resource that we want to place a mining drill down on at the moment is going to be this stone, and I think kind of the layout of this stone here means it's going to be rather difficult to get probably quite a lot in here, which is a bit of a shame. Right, so research result, cool, we can make glass, and we can make a smelter, so we can automate our smelting, which is going to be really nice. Right, so the last research is going to require another 10 gears, so we will produce 10 of those, and we need another 5 of these, so we will produce those as well. Awesome. And now we've got a kind of system where we can start thinking about automating stuff rather than having to mine this by hand, which is going to be really, really nice. I mean, we've kind of avoided mining by hand quite a lot already just by placing the mining drills down as soon as we can. This stone here is in a little bit of an inconvenient position because obviously we've got this ocean to the north of us. I think that direction is north. I might be wrong. I think that way's north. So we can't place this down here until at least we unlock, I think it's called foundations, environment modification. We can do that later on. Requires a little bit of resources to be able to do that, but we can worry about that later. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and rotate this in kind of this kind of direction, and I want to see if I can get these 3 and these 4. 7 would be kind of that looked like it was getting pretty promising. No, that's still not quite there. I think we can fit. This is a rather unfortunate stone deposit. Okay, cool. We've made an assembler. Fantastic. Can we fit this in here? No, there's the stone in the way. I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, no, this is going to be rather tricky getting a point where we're going to get as much as we could possibly want. I think, oh, yeah, if we go there, that's 6. I'm not sure how good that's going to be, considering we are going to need to make stone bricks out of this, and we are also going to need to make glass. So, we finished all of our research. I think the next research that we are going to need to do is going to be this electromagnetic matrix. Now, the reason why that is because that gives us these blue cubes, which is our science, basically. This is the cubes, I think they're called, yeah, they're matrices. They are what we need to produce to start researching. So we can see everything else from now on requires these blue cubes rather than just some of the bog standard materials that we do mine. So everything. And then later on in the tech tree, if we look, we get red cubes, then we get yellow cubes, then we get purple cubes, then we get green cubes. Where's a green cube one? Green cubes, and then right at the end, we get white cubes. And I think white cubes, yeah, we can see white cubes are made by using every single science cube at once. So yeah, no, we are going to need to research this, and we are going to need to build a matrix lab to actually do that. We can no longer research from items in our inventory once we get to that point. There are a few techs that we can do, but I won't go into those now. We don't really need to go into those now, and I do need to set up a system of power for this as well, so I think we'll get one more wind turbine. I think we'll place this down there. That looks nice, and then we can kind of try and fit that snugly in there. Awesome. So we have 4 drills all set up, which will be very nice. We are producing materials, and what I want to do is I do want to create another 10 of these. So we'll go for another 10 of those, and we want to create another 10 of those. So yes, we can. Fantastic. Absolutely amazing. So what I'm going to do is we are going to go around to all of our different mining drills, and we are going to grab all of the resources that we have started mining from them. And then what I think I'm going to do is we're going to start automating belt production, because I feel belts are very, very important. It's always nice to have a lot of belts, because we're going to be using them an awful lot. So the earlier we get up a automatic belt production facility, well, the much easier my life is going to be. So we do have a couple of belts already. So what we're going to do is we are going to bring this line out, and we have already run out just by producing this tiny little line here, which is a bit of a shame. And whilst we're doing this, one other thing that I do want to do, I do want to produce some more of these. I do need iron for that though, so we're going to take that out of our inventory. And there we go, we can produce 4 of those. Is that it? Is that all we can create? That's really not an awful lot. Can we produce storage? We can make them, but we don't currently have access to any, which is a little bit of a shame. Oh well. Right, so let's grab some more of this iron. And yeah, no, we're going to start working on some more power, because we are going to need more power for all of the smelters that we are going to want, and then of course the assemblers as well. So I think I'm going to produce maybe 6 of these for now, and that should really help. At least I'm hoping. And we are probably almost certainly going to need to make some more of these Tesla towers as well. So I think I'm going to place one there like that, which will now connect our stone to our coal. Our iron and our coal power grid are now connected, and we will start bringing these over in this direction so that we can connect our stone up over there, and then eventually we'll get to our copper as well, which is all the way up over there. Now, I do want to bring this copper down, because obviously we are going to need copper and iron together. So that's going to be an interesting design challenge, right? So yes, Matrix Lab, yes, cool. I can build one of them, thank you. I do know that. Yes, we've got rid of that tooltip. I don't need the tooltips. I really don't need the tooltips. I've played enough of this game to kind of get the gist of what's going on. I mean, I haven't played it enough so that I really understand the logistics behind a lot of the stuff. But I like to think I'm kind of getting somewhat accumulated to the game. Customized to the game? No, I think both of those are the wrong words. So we'll forget that I said anything like that. So I think what I'm going to do is eventually I will place mining rigs all around here. So I don't really want my smelters to be around here. So I think even there, even having, yeah, no, I'm going to move that conveyor tube to the other side of this wind turbine. And then that way, we should be able to get mining facilities all around this, and then we can just plop them onto this belt that we've got going on here. And then eventually this belt will spread out, and we will start smelting stuff. But first, I do want to plop down some more of these wind turbines. Yep, that's the name of these. And we're just going to place these on these nice even points of the grid. I think if we just send them off up in this direction, that'll be very nice. Oh, we've got more copper over here. And more stone. And more iron. I wonder, this copper might actually be closer than the copper that we have. Oh, I don't know. I think I'm going to stick with this for now. We are going to produce some more belts because we do need those. And yeah, we're just, yes, I know I can build a smelter, thank you very much. But what I want to do is I want to place down these wind turbines. So we're gonna, oh, we've run out. There we go. But that should hopefully be enough to power our miner and our smelting system. And obviously we are building these belts. We can't build them at the moment because we're still waiting on the required components. So we're gonna have to wait just a little while for that to happen. I tell you, it's going to be incredibly nice once we can start automating all of this. It'll be lovely. It'll be absolutely fantastic. But no, now we do have to just wait for our own personal replicator to get all of this done. And this early stage of the game, it takes a little while to get into it. And I imagine there are probably going to be people out there that do this way faster than I do. Like I've said, I think a couple of times in this video already, I am very noobish when it comes to these kind of games. I've never really played anything like Factorio before or anything like that, so I honestly have no idea what I am doing. So I think if I have this running in this direction, I think that'll be ideal. And then what we can do is down on this side, we will make some smelters. So I think to keep it in the power grid, we're going to place this one here for now. We'll place these in a line like this. Then, thank you, annoying robot, for your input. We are going to put sorters into here. I think they're called sorters. Yep, sorter Mark 1. So what this is going to do is this is going to take the iron ore off of our conveyor belt and whack them into these smelters. So we can smelt these into iron ingots and magnets, which is going to be very useful for our factory. So we do need to set the recipe on this. So we just click on the smelter, go to this, and I think we will start producing iron ingots. I feel like they are going to be the most useful component that we are going to have at the moment. What do we actually need to make belts? We could do that from here. So we could probably set this up in a way that is going to produce belts straight away. Because we need... What do we need? We need iron and we need gears. So I think I can get rid of that recipe. We don't need those magnets yet. I think I'm going to place... I don't know, actually. I think I'll have 2 iron and 2 magnets to begin with. I feel like that might be a good ratio, right? I want to create another one or maybe another 5 of these whilst we're going to have to wait for this now again. And I am going to create some more of these as well because we do need more belts. We have run out of belts already, and you can see our copper is all the way over there. And it's going to take quite a lot of belts to get over there, but we should hopefully get that automated relatively soon. I think that is going to be the first thing that I want to automate, and in order to do that, we are going to need to build another assembler as well. So we can produce 3 with the materials that we do have. What does that require? We need iron plates, and we've got loads of those. So rather than having to make those in our inventory, I'm just going to grab those out of the smelter, which will be really nice. So we are going to produce... I think I'll get... What else do we need? We need these chips. And we need gears. I'm going to create 5 of those for now, and then hopefully after we've produced these 5, we may be at a position where we are ready to start automating the production of the assemblers. Is that what they're called? Yeah, no, assembling machine Mark 1. But yeah, no, after we have done this, after we have produced these 5, maybe we will be in a position where we can start automating their production, which will be very, very, very nice indeed. Right, so we are going to want to create gears, and I think what I am going to do is I am going to get rid of that, and we are going to place that smelter 1 across like that. That way we can fit a Tesla coil, a Tesla tower in between, so we can power up all of these smelters. And we... yes, I know. Yeah, I know. Go away. Leave me alone. Leave me be, please, Mr. Robot. You are rather annoying. Okay. So, we are going to run a line from the back of this. Just like this, for now. And what we're going to do with this line is we are going to take our iron output, and we are going to place this down on here. Now, it would be more efficient just to remove that belt, and I think I am going to do that. That way we get one of these belts back. Obviously, we didn't need that there if the iron is coming from this direction. So, we're going to get our iron out, and we are going to start using some of these assemblers. So, what we want is, let me check the recipe for belts. We need 2 iron for 1 gear, and I am going to, in this series, be using a calculator that I have found online. And I think it's on GitHub. I will put a link to that calculator in the description of this video, because it is very useful for kind of figuring out how you want to set up your production chains. Very, very useful. So what we're going to do here is we are going to start making gears, because we need gears for our transport belts, our conveyor belts. Is that what they're called? Conveyor belt Mark 1s. Yes, and in this one, we are going to be making conveyor belts. No, that's a sorter. We don't want one of those. We want conveyor belts, because they are going to be incredibly useful. Right, and we are going to have to make another couple of sorters as well. That's a bit of a shame. I'm running out of materials all the time. So the game that I did, just to kind of get myself into the swing of things, I had a base that was set up, and it made a lot of equipment that was, well, It was easy just to go and grab whatever I wanted whenever I wanted. Coming back to the start of this has been, it's a bit of an eye-opener, and hopefully I can get back to that stage fairly quickly, because it'd be really nice just to come running into this kind of space and picking up whatever I want and not having to wait around whilst we are creating this. So we have got those settings set up properly. Fantastic. No, I still need to wait for those to be made. And yeah, well, whilst I'm going to do this will be an iron smelter. Obviously, I moved this over. So in order to copy and paste the settings, rather than going into here, clicking this, and then going into components and clicking iron, in order to copy paste this, what we can do, so we can hover over this one, and we can press the less than key, or the arrow pointing to the left. Depends on, it's less than or more than, depending on, yeah, no, that is less than, I think. I'm really bad at remembering which way is less than and more than. But yeah, no, we can click the arrow that points to the left, and then we can copy the recipe, and we just need to hover over the building, and we can do that from any building. So we can copy the conveyor belt from there, and we can paste it in there by pressing the right arrow, but that's not what we want to do. So we want to copy this recipe, and we want to stick that in there, and then I am going to need to come into this, and we are going to need to set that to gears. Now what we want to do is, I have moved this gears over into this belt. Reason being is we need gears to make belts. We need iron and we need gears. And in order to make gears, we need iron. So we are going to grab our iron from our iron conveyor belt here, which will go into there. Rather nice. Then those gears are going to be made in this assembler, and then we are going to transport them over to this belt, which will be really nice as well. And then what we're going to do is we are going to grab the iron from this section of the belt, and then we're going to move it into here. And we are going to start producing transport belts. There we go. We have got our first automation set up already. And we are only using 50% of our power, somewhere in that general ballpark. So we have got lots of power left over, which will be really nice. Now, one other thing that I do want to do as well is I do want to create a storage chest for this so we can grab loads, because I don't think we're going to be able to keep an awful lot. We can only keep 30 in this assembler, which really isn't a huge amount. So in order to make a storage box, if we go over into buildings, we do need some of these stone bricks. So let's run over to our stone production facility. We're going to grab that mining machine, and we're just going to grab a whole load of stone. And I think what I want to do before the episode is out is just to have basic smelters everywhere. That'll be really nice if I can get that all done. So let's grab this stone. Yep, lovely. And we are going to create one of these. I'm going to create 3. 3 will be a nice amount to have. So we do need stone for these smelters as well. And I'm going to produce another 2 of those, because we are definitely going to want those. I'm probably going to need another mining rig as well. I basically want to automate all of these kind of basic things. So smelters, assembling machines, storage boxes, miners, Tesla towers, and wind turbines. I want to automate the production of all of these because they are going to be things that I am going to come back and want all the time. Because they are going to be incredibly useful. Right, so we have produced our storage. Oh, and sorters as well. We will need sorters because sorters are also going to be useful. There we go. We created our storage. Now what we can do is, yes, awesome. Yes, Mr. Annoying Robot, I know. And we can bridge this over to here. Now we are going to start making use of this storage and we will place our belts in here. And what we can do is this capacity for automation here, what we can do is we can drag this down and the red indicates slots in the storage container that will not be filled up. So I think what I want is to create 4 slots for belts. I think that will be enough for now anyway. Each slot for belts can take 200 belts. That means we can store 800 belts in this cargo container. I don't really think we're going to be needing more than that for now. I might be wrong, but I feel like that's probably going to be enough. Right, so now that we've got the belts, what do we need for sorters? We need iron and we need a chip. Now, that's going to be a little bit harder because we need copper for that. And we need smelters to start smelting the copper. So if I look in here and we go to buildings and we want to look at the smelter. So we can only produce 1, and I think that's because we're limited on our stone. So if we grab stone whilst we head up to our copper vein, yes, we can still only produce 1. That's probably, are we limited on copper? Or are we might be limited on iron. What are we limited on? We're limited on something. But we've got loads of copper. Is that, oh, that's stone. Wait, yeah, no, iron. I think iron is going to be the limiting factor here. So we are going to need to grab some more of this iron. Luckily, we have 100 in there and we have 100 in there. So we can just grab that. Now, if we go back here, we can make 6, which is going to be lovely. So I think I want to, I'm gonna make 5 of those. 6 of, no, I'm gonna make all 6. All 6 will probably be useful, and I think I'm going to produce another 5. No, we'll create another 10 of these. And we've already got quite a few belts, so we don't really need to worry about those for now. And I think what I'm going to do is we are going to bring this copper down just a tad in this direction. And then where does that go? Right, so if we bring the copper down here, and then we can have copper mines all around here for when we need that. I don't think we'll need that for quite some time, though. Copper, we aren't going to use anywhere near as much as iron, and we are already covering 9 veins from this, which means we are going to be mining this at a ridiculous pace. A very quick pace. Oh, I got more Tesla towers. I might be able to connect up my grid, which would be really, really nice. If I place that there. And then I place another one there. There we go. That's that all connected. And then if we just come over here, place that there. And then we can place that there. And there we go. We've got everything connected up, which is really nice. And if we check our satisfaction, oh, awesome. We are fine. Okay, so we've got our copper coming out. I think what I'll do is I'll just place these smelters down for now. These can be moved later on. This isn't set in stone where we're going to place these. I think maybe if I place them on... I think what I want to do... I said this isn't set in stone, but I kind of want to make it to a point where I know I'm going to be at least semi-happy with it later on. So we're going to grab these conveyor belts and we're going to bring them out in this direction. And we're going to grab these smelters. Right, so we've got 7 of these, and I think I'll plop 2 of these down for now. We'll place 1 there. We'll place 1 there, and then we'll place a Tesla. Oh no, I ran out of Tesla towers. Can I make any? I can produce 1. Oh, just enough. Just enough for this. Very close, very close. And we want to be dragging these into here like this. And then we are going to have a belt coming out of the back. And I think, because our iron is being produced over here, and I think we'll make our assembly facility maybe somewhere around here For now, yeah, we can bring our iron out down this way, and we can bring our copper, and then we've obviously got our stone over there as well, which is going to be very useful. So I think we'll take the copper and we'll move it in this direction. So we grab that like that, we grab that like that, there we go. So those sorters are now connected to the belts, and hopefully our Tesla tower should be completed. It is. Brilliant. So we have got copper smelting all sorted. We will once I have set the recipe up. So we're going to copy and paste that. There we go. Smelting of copper has commenced, which is going to be glorious. We're going to get loads of that shiny coppery material. I couldn't really think of a better way to describe that then. So we got copper sorted, which is fabulous. Now, I think we're going to get stone, because stone is also going to be very useful. And to be honest, this stone setup here isn't great. We're not really going to be able to fit much more around it. Is that stone over there? I think that looks like stone. I can't quite see it from this distance. If I hit map view, yes, we can see that is definitely stone. We got a lot more stone there, so I think later on we will be going over there and harvesting that stone rather than just using this small patch. This only has to be a very, very tiny build. So we're going to go for that, and we are going to place our last couple of smelters down for now. We'll just place them here. Actually, no, I think I'll place that one there. Get rid of this one. That's storage. That is not a smelter. That is storage. Same kind of blueprint size, so easily to confuse them. And I don't know why. I always think this looks like a smelter. I always go for this. Right, so we've got that. And we can just move this into here like this. Move this into here like this. Fantastic. And you'll see there is going to... Oh, we've run out of belts. Ah, that's annoying. Let's see if we can take some of these for now. And we will move those across like that. Then what we're going to do is we are going to start producing stone in that one. And I think probably the ideal ratio for us at the moment will be 1 stone and 1 glass, because we don't really need a lot of stone in early game, as far as I remember. All we need is to produce storage chests and maybe a few other small things like miners. Miners might require some stone. No, they don't. They don't. Okay, so, well, we've got that all sorted, except we need 1 more Tesla tower, which we do not have the components for, which is a bit of a shame. So I'm going to have to go and run and grab some of those. So I can grab some copper from there. I'll grab 2 lots of copper from there. And we're going to run over to our iron mine, and we're also going to grab some more belts. And we are also going to grab some more iron as well. This is a bit of a long trek. Don't worry, later on in the game, well, I'm saying this more to myself at the moment. Later on in the game, we do unlock technology to make us move faster, which is going to be absolutely fabulous. I can't wait for that, because this is rather painfully slow at the moment. So we're going to grab all of that iron like that, and then if we have a look in here, hopefully whilst we've been away, we should maybe have made quite a few belts. We've made over 200, we've made over 306 belts. That's glorious, that's wonderful. So the automation of products obviously is something very, very handy, and it will save a lot of time. And I mean, that's basically what this game is about. It's automating everything and trying to solve the logistical problems that come along with that. Okay, how are we looking for power, by the way? We don't have any fuel left. So, a quick detour to our coal station. And we are going to grab some of that for now. And I think what I am going to do is, whilst we are here, just so we're not limited to 50 coal, I will just do something very quick and dirty like this. And that's a little bit too close, so we are going to have to remove that. I think maybe the better idea would be to bring a belt out first. And then we will do this, something like this. And we can just get this sorter and place that into there like that. And now we are going to be able to store quite a lot of coal. I think I will limit this as well. Maybe to 8 lines, then that's enough coal for twice our fuel chamber, which will be really, really rather nice. So we'll grab that, and then we'll just grab all of these, take these out very, very quickly. And I think that'll probably be enough. Yeah, we don't need any more than that. That could have been done better. If I'm going to be honest, that's a bit of a bottleneck. The closer we move the sorter to the storage device, the quicker it will move items across. So if we look at this, this should hopefully speed this. Oh no, but we're away from the Tesla tower that way. Although hopefully we should be able to produce some more. No, we can't produce some more because we are lacking electromagnetic circuits. That's because you can't make magnets. We need some of this iron ore. So let's just grab this. And the way you can grab things off of the belt is if you click on the belt and then you come to the item that's in it and you just kind of click and hold down like this. It's rather easy to do it like this. Fantastic. Awesome. So that should be enough iron ore to hopefully make us 54 Tesla towers. Well, I think we're going to be all right for a little bit. That's definitely going to be more than enough than we need for at least the foreseeable future. I mean, I do want to automate these as well. That'll be something really nice to do. Automation obviously is key in this game. I've mentioned it several times, but it is very, very, very important. We have produced our Tesla tower. Fantastic. So we can whack that down there like that. And there we go. Now that's connected. We just need to set up our stone smelting facility now, and then we have got all of our resources, our initial resources, all set up and all smelting, which is going to be absolutely fantastic. And obviously we are going to have to figure out a way of getting them all together and into some useful components, which we are going to need these assemblers for, these assembling machines. But I'm sure that will be a problem that we will solve momentarily. So I don't want the glass and stone going on the same belt, so I think I'll have the glass coming out on this belt on the right here, and we will have the stone coming out on the belt on the left. And this is all subject to change, of course, because, well, where I place down my assembly buildings, yeah, may change in due course. But I think, as it has been almost 50 minutes for this first episode, I think this is probably dragging on a bit. And I've kind of done everything that I really wanted to do. I kind of would have wanted to maybe set up a bit more of an automation system, but we've got belts going on, which I suppose is nice. So yeah, that's going to be the end of this episode. In the next episode, we will be working on automating up everything, or at least all of the components that I am going to need to basically never have to worry about hand replicating buildings, at least none of the basic stuff. So that will come in the next episode. I am going to probably be recording this next episode right now, because what I want to do for this series, I want to take maybe a night every week where I just sit down, play this game for like 4 or 5 hours, and get as much footage as I can. And then, like I said at the beginning, I'm not really going to do loads of editing on this. This is just going to be me sat down playing it, kind of talking through exactly what I'm doing whilst I play it. So yes, I'm probably going to record the first 4 episodes of this today. And yeah, so don't expect me to make any changes that people suggest in the comments for quite some time, because the first 4 episodes are going to be all done. But anyway, thank you for watching this video. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, why not give it a like? If you have really enjoyed it and would like to keep up with the content on my channel, please do consider subscribing. Now, before I sign off, I want to see if I can... Yes, I made it! I jumped on top of the Tesla tower! Anyway, with that, I have been Karnata, and I will see you later.